Whoa, that bacon looks good. It's perfect for a sandwich, actually, because it stays nice and flat when you fry it up like that. I'm just gonna let it rest, drain some of the residual fat, let it cool down, it'll crisp up, and I can handle it a lot easier. Starts with a good piece of bread. I have a nice crusty Italian loaf here. When I tap it, it has a deep thud, tells me that there's open, airy pockets, and it'll have a nice tooth to it. It has good crunchy exterior. Let's crack it open and see what it's really like. So this herb oil will help moisten the bread, lightly coat it, like so. You want to make sure you don't put this on a toaster. If you put this in a toaster with the oil like that, it's a real fire hazard. So please, on a tray in the oven for, 5-10 minutes. Preheat my oven to 350 degrees. My sandwich and this meal will not be complete without my French fries. I want to leave the skins on. That's going to tell me and everyone who's eating the potato that I used a real potato. Before I go any further, I got to make sure I get my water. The water is going to help extract some of the starch out of the potato so that they won't stick together when they're cooking. So I want to make sure I cut these even thicknesses. Just throw those in, let them breathe a little bit. I like to use russet potatoes when I'm making fries because it has a perfect balance of sweetness, starchiness, and waxiness. We get so accustomed to convenience fries and convenience foods, we forget how easy it is sometimes to just make it from scratch. So I just want to make sure each fry is kind of tossed in the water and that they're not clumping together. The water starts to go really cloudy. That's just the starch in the potato starting to release. It's telling me it's doing its job. Right now, my bread should be ready to go, nice and warm. Look at that. And it started to crisp back up. Oh, nothing like a sandwich on warm bread, especially when it's a BLTA. Let's pick one of my avocados. Nice, ripe avocado. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm just gonna take out the avocado. And it's so light and creamy, the texture is just like butter or mayonnaise. Just with a fork, I'm gonna fork the avocado. I said fork the avocado. When you bite into that sandwich, you get the crunch, the nice smooth creaminess. I've already pre-washed this lettuce, and I've drained it in paper towel to get the excess water. It's tender, as well as still having a little crunch to it. All right, these beautiful fine tomatoes. This one is the best one. You see how that slices so nice and easily and cleanly. Okay, just lay it down, baby. Come on, you know it looks good already, right? Now my bacon is cooled down a little bit so I can handle it. When it's nice and thin and straight like this, it's really easy to stack. Oh my goodness. Wow, look at that. That is one serious BLTA. My obedient ingredient avocado is doing overtime duty here. It's the perfect balance of crunchiness against a smooth, creamy avocado and all the other crunchy elements. The only thing that'll make this better is when I finish up my fries and get cracking on that avocado pudding. I'm gonna have another bite. It's good. My BLT avocado sandwich is amazing, but you're probably wondering, What's this guy doing rubbing this towel? Well, the towel contains secret present. Ha-ha. Those fries that I had cut before and soaked in water, I need to make sure that I remove all the residual water so that I'm not steaming or boiling my fries once I throw them in the oil. I want them to fry up, and a nice dry surface is what's necessary. So they look beautifully dry. I'm gonna transfer over, hobo style. Nice dry fries. My oil is set to 325 degrees. We're gonna do real restaurant-style double frying of the fries. That is gonna cook these potatoes to the center. I wanna create a little drying off paper towel for my fries. Now I wanna make sure I move my fries around just so they don't stick. And soaking them, that water will help that process. Every now and then you gotta nudge it along. It's coming along well. Take about 3 to 4 minutes before they're completely blanched. Whenever you're frying, you want to make sure the oil does not ever reach half the pot, because things tend to bubble up a little bit, and you want a little bit of room for safety, just in case it wants to start to go nuts. The bubbles are slowing down, which means a lot of the water is being released from the fries. Let's just test out one. I want to make sure that my fry snaps very easily. That is perfect. I want it actually just a little bit undercooked, so when I do the second frying, which will crisp it up, it'll completely cook perfectly. Turn up my temperature. My oil is now 375 degrees and perfect for frying. Into my oil very gingerly. Oh yeah. This is where they get nice and crispy. And I can feel it in the spatula. They're getting hard on the exterior, so I get a nice crunch. Oh, look at that. Pepper. You see those fries, nice and golden, brown, crispy. Insides are moist and tender. Mmm. When I add my malt vinegar dipping sauce, mmm. My wife's grandmother will be proud of this one. Give it a nice drizzle with the fries like that. Remember that avocado pudding? Let's check it out. And no meal is complete without some music to feed the soul. That pudding is perfectly set, and how do I know this? Ha ha ha, see that? Excellent color. Mmm. A little bit tangy, but so smooth and creamy. Mmm. My obedient ingredient, avocado, is magic in this sandwich. It's a perfect balance of crispiness against the crunchiness of all the other ingredients, and the saltiness from that bacon is unstoppable. The perfect meal, perfect combination.